worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Good morning, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, why the state police is trying to block funding for more protection in Maine's rural communities.
Plus, an environmental group says the owner of the Milford Dam isn't doing enough to protect endangered Atlantic salmon.
And how a local school is helping to keep local Ukrainian students safe while war continues back home.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Polson. Thank you for joining us this morning. Well, it's the day after the nor'easter. I guess the nor'easter technically is still here, but it's really not doing too much at this point.
Right.
Didn't bring as much snow as expected. We got a few inches here in the Bangor area. Some places got several inches of snow, especially down in southern Maine as expected. You'll want to take it easy as you head out today, though. The roads are still slippery. A lot of schools are delaying their opening today. It's the typical stuff this time of year. No?
Right. I know it seemed like it was less than what we were going to get, but it was definitely whiteout conditions there for a little while.
Oh, it was crazy for a little while here. It looked like a blizzard here in Bangor.
Absolutely. Here's Devin Biggs with the full forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate, servicing the area for over 70 years. Experience matters. All right, let's get things rolling out there this morning, and we're watching out for some winter weather alerts that are still in effect in a few spots. Before we get to that, though, we've had a few reports that come in, too, of some snowfall totals ranging from around 3 to even up to 6 inches in a few spots. And we'll still have a few more snow showers before we're all finished up. Any additional accumulations look to be rather minimal at best, so most of the accumulating snow is just about done. So here are those advisories here. We do have gale warnings that are posted through Thursday morning at around 8 a.m. So they pulled the storm warnings. Winter weather advisories in the northwestern parts of the state running till about 2 o'clock later this afternoon. The rest of the advisories have since expired. But here's our nor'easter right here. So we're dealing with wind out there. We're dealing with a little bit of snow, maybe some rain over the ocean. We'll keep this going today, but by tonight, this will start to back off a bit. So it will mean things will start to improve. Look at this swirl right here. Quite an impressive system here. It's starting to move off toward the east. So by later on tonight and the parts of tomorrow, this will be gone and things will begin to calm down. Futurecast showing those snow showers still possible today, but by tonight, that will get out of here and even the clouds will break up in a few spots from time to time. Your hourly forecast moving forward for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. Still some wind to deal with, though, maybe up to 20 miles per hour sustained, maybe a few higher gusts. Otherwise, intermittent snow showers, temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma?
All right, thank you very much, Devin. Well, the storm may not have brought as much snow as expected, but it was strong enough to create thousands of power outages. Let's take a look at that live picture coming from Rockport Harbor, where you can, I guess we don't have it. The power outages as of early this morning. Central Maine Power was still trying to restore electricity to close to 60,000 customers. The majority of those are in the southern section of the state and the mid-coast area. Knox County has more than 12,000 outages, and Waldo County has close to 2,000. It's a much better situation in Versant Power's territory. It has a little more than 1,600 outages this morning. Most of those are along the coast in Stonington, Machiasport, and Deer Isle, along with the Cranberry Isles. And as you can see from that live picture, it's still snowing along the coast.
Well, a tent within Bangor's homeless encampment ignited in flames Tuesday afternoon. Bangor Fire responded to an area commonly known as Tent City to put out the flames. Bangor Police and the Maine Forest Service were called in to investigate the scene. The cause of the fire has not yet been determined. We spoke to the owner of the tent who described the moment the incident occurred. Excuse me.
Sleeping, and my boy came in earlier in the camper right over here and woke me up. Says, "There's a fire. You guys need to get out. Your house burned down, most. You need to get out and you make sure the camper's not catching on fire too."
A member of Bangor's community outreach program came to the scene to make sure Targon was all set. Targon also tells us that there was nothing salvageable from the fire.
Meanwhile, a group of brave citizens helped rescue a man from a burning home in Prospect. Prospect Fire Chief David Terry says some people noticed flames coming from the home on Acadia Highway before fire crews arrived on the scene yesterday. He says they were able to pull the wheelchair-bound man from the home and attended to him until crews arrived. Chief Terry says the fire was put out quickly thanks to mutual aid by nearby departments.
We got the fire knocked down in the first couple of minutes thanks to Stockton Springs Fire. They were here first on scene and got some lines in there and got the fire knocked down.
Chief Terry says the house sustained extensive damage and is uninhabitable at this time. The victim suffered some burns and was transported to Waldo County General Hospital. The state fire marshal's office is investigating the cause of that fire.
The Washington County grand jury has indicted a Pleasant Point man charged with shooting another man twice. Abelez Dana was arrested in December after a man suffering from 2 gunshot wounds walked into the Pleasant Point Police Department. He was taken into the Calais Community Hospital for treatment of non-life-threatening injuries. Dana's lawyer alleges he acted in self-defense, and the shooting was part of an altercation that took place before. Dana was indicted for elevated aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm by a prohibited person.
An Augusta man has been sentenced to 16 months behind bars for assaulting a federal officer at the Edmund S. Muskie building, the federal building. 41-year-old Derek White pleaded guilty in September of last year. According to court records, in April of 2022, White entered the building in Augusta and approached a security screening station. Records indicate he pressed a security officer against a wall and put a knife to his throat. A second officer drew his weapon and ordered White to drop the knife. When White refused to do it, the officer fired a single shot, which hit White. He was taken to the hospital and subsequently was charged in that case.
A Bangor woman pleaded guilty to conspiracy to distribute and possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine and fentanyl. According to court records, 52-year-old Carol Gordon and others trafficked methamphetamine and fentanyl in Penobscot and Aroostook counties between January of 2018 and December of 2021. Gordon allowed other members to deal drugs from her residence and served as a go-between for many of the transactions. Gordon faces up to 20 years in prison.
The Waldo County Sheriff's Office has released additional information after a 10-year-old was caught with a gun on school premises in Monroe last week. On March 10th, officers responded to Monroe Elementary School after receiving reports that a student was in possession of a .22 caliber handgun on school grounds. There were no injuries. However, the student was placed under arrest and taken to the Waldo County Sheriff's Office. A Monroe Elementary employee confirmed RSU 3 held a school board meeting to discuss the matter, and they plan to follow existing weapons, violence, and school safety policies. After further investigation, the Waldo County Sheriff's Office reports the firearm was not loaded. The 10-year-old student has been charged with aggravated reckless conduct, criminal terrorizing, criminal threatening, and threatening display or carrying a concealed weapon. The student has been released to the person's parents and will be in court on March 18th.
State officials looking to provide funding to Penobscot County Police are facing some strong opposition. It's coming from Maine's top law enforcement agency. Our David Ledford has the details.
Maine State Police officials are hoping to stop 2 bills aimed at providing funding for new patrol positions in Penobscot County. Both bills, LD 799 and LD 756, would provide funding to the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office to cover rural areas. LD 799, sponsored by State Representative Joe Perry, calls for the state to give the Sheriff's Office $1.2 million in funding for 6 new positions.
Rural Maine definitely needs police coverage, be it the state police or the county sheriff. So this is just to ensure that people of rural Maine have adequate coverage when there's an emergency. That's not a long wait.
Maine State Police Lieutenant Colonel Brian Scott told members of the 131st Maine Legislature in a written testimony why his agency opposes the bills. Although we agree that law enforcement resources are stretched very thin throughout the state of Maine, we strongly disagree that this is the way to resolve the issue. Generally speaking, county funding is for county operations and state funding is for state operations. Their funding request directly impacts the state police since it competes for the funding our agency receives to run its operations. However, Representative Perry says the state has a more diverse revenue source, while the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office is funded solely by property tax dollars. Dale Lancaster, sheriff of the Somerset County Police Department and president of the Maine Sheriff's Association, says that staffing shortages have become an issue across the state.
What we do know is that there is a need for more patrol deputies to fill the calls that we receive. Not all counties are in need of additional deputies, but many counties are.
Both bills are currently in committee awaiting consideration. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, meanwhile, the public comment period is now open so folks can weigh in on the wording of the right to repair ballot question. The citizen initiative would allow car owners and independent repair shops access to vehicle diagnostic system data so they can have work done on their cars by the mechanic of their choice. The Secretary of State will be accepting comments until April 13th. You can email comments to publiccomments.sos@maine.gov. That's it. Use subject line public comment right to repair. That's an important one too. A lot of people would rather just bring their car to their favorite mechanic, but sometimes they won't have the tools to do it. This will help them get the tools.
Yeah, I find it quite concerning if you can't bring it to any mechanic and just take it to a dealership.
The way it's set up now, you'd have to go to the dealer because they have the diagnostic tools to do it. And as you know, you go to the dealer, things are a little bit more expensive.
And some people don't have access to that. So.
That's true.
Yep.
It's true.
All right, well, the time now is 6:11. And coming up next on Good Morning Maine,
robots that can do your homework
EPA
for
says
you.
the owner of the Milford Dam is in violation for not protecting Atlantic salmon, but the company tells a different story.
But first, another check of your forecast. We can expect blowing snow today. The highs will be up near 36 degrees. Snow showers continuing overnight with a low around 26. Tomorrow, things should be clearing up a bit. It will be a partly cloudy day with highs near 44.
Whether you're hurt by a box truck or by any commercial vehicle, you may have a big case worth big money. If you've been hurt by any commercial truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial truck? Come out on top. Call the twos.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
Harris Lumber is locally owned and has been serving the Pequot region for more than 50 years. See them for all your projects, big or small. Customer service is their #1 priority. And with a full line of lumber and hardware items, they can also deliver to your job site. Harris Lumber, Milo.
Put a little more cash in your bank. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
How do you figure that it's not your fault? If not yours, then whose?
Marilyn Million.
Look, miss.
Don't call me miss, it's Judge.
Well, Miss Judge.
Not Miss Judge, just Judge.
The People's Court.
I like this style, Judge.
All this week at 4 on ABC 7.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. A state district attorney has decided to honor the victims of a devastating car crash in a very unique way. A.J. Douglas talked to leaders in the city of Augusta to learn just how the city plans to remember those involved while working to prevent additional traffic accidents.
3 people lost their lives for simply walking along Coney Road. Now the city of Augusta is working to honor these women and young child in a special way.
Augusta is a very caring community, and I think it's very appropriate that we are able to memorialize their memories.
The district attorney for Kennebec and Somerset counties, Megan Maloney, says she spoke with the families involved and family members love the idea of a memorial instead of additional court fines paid by the driver, Robert Santerre, who fell asleep behind the wheel.
It was her creative thinking, I think, that came up with this idea of a memorial for the victims of the accident.
Santerre convicted of a traffic infraction causing death in order to pay $5,000 in restitution. Maloney offered those funds to the city of Augusta to build the memorial. A city council member says the board gladly accepted the district attorney's offer.
The memorial will be befitting them, but it certainly won't make it any easier for the folks that have suffered the loss.
The city is working to make sure no more accidents occur on Coney Road.
What the city of Augusta is doing right now is in the design phase of a sidewalk that runs along the Coney Road and past the scene of the accident.
A plaque memorial will be placed on the sidewalk project to remember those who perished in the accident. In Augusta, A.J. Douglas, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
According to the Natural Resources Council of Maine, a recent report from the Maine Department of Marine Resources has found the Milford Dam in violation of federal environmental law. However, Brookfield Renewable, the owner of that dam, is pushing back, saying they are in compliance. According to recent documents obtained through the state's Freedom of Access Act, the Milford Dam is delaying about 80% of Atlantic salmon that are trying to get upstream. And according to local scientists, this is in violation of the Endangered Species Act.
The delays use up so much energy reserves of these salmon that after spawning, they don't have any energy left to get back to the ocean. They're much more likely to die.
But in a statement we received from a spokesperson for Brookfield, they say that, quote, Brookfield Renewable U.S. has diligently implemented the requirements of the Penobscot River Restoration Project settlement, including the installation of a fish lift at the Milford Dam. The Milford fish lift collectively passes over 95% of salmon, and Brookfield continues to work diligently with the relevant regulatory agencies on measures to improve passage delay performance, unquote. But it appears that this data does not align with the standards of some local scientists.
80% of the fish are failing to pass within the required time frame. This is a requirement of Brookfield's federal license.
And it's also challenging to expect a fish to swim into a 8-foot or 10-foot wide concrete trough that is filled with noise and commotion and vibration from the ongoing hydro generation. So what you'd want to have is a free swim passage, a bypass channel, alternate fishways set out away from the building. The company is in a position where they are not really doing anything at all that I have seen. Gathering information is what I've told, because they're not being forced to.
We hope to see that as a result of this publicity, that Brookfield and the federal government will get their act together and make some changes at this dam. And if they don't make changes and make them soon, then we have to consider litigation.
A lawsuit such as this would not be the first of its kind for Brookfield and local environmentalist groups. In Milford, I'm Emma Smith for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, meanwhile, a solar farm could be coming to the town of Orrington. March 16th, the town will conduct a meeting to further discuss a proposed industrial solar energy system that aims to set up shop in Orrington. The company previously proposed a project. However, the town established a moratorium back in 2021 when the town's planning board developed a solar ordinance for oversight purposes. In June of 2022, the town adopted this solar ordinance. Now the company is back with a revised proposal.
The meeting is designed for the planning board to review all aspects of the solar ordinance in that did the plan development meet all of the items in the ordinance. The public is invited to attend and participate and give their opinion.
The planning board will hold a meeting at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon to review the site plan for the Brewer Lake Road solar project. Residents and businesses within 1,000 feet of that proposed solar farm site have been notified by mail about this week's informational meeting. More importantly, the boss just brought us Dunkin' Munchkins. So let's take a break, eat a few Munchkins, and we'll continue our news. How about that? You okay with that?
How about that? We'll hear when we return. Okay, you're really distracting.
Oh, go ahead. You can read.
Okay, we'll hear from 4 Ukrainian teenagers attending high school in Bangor who have been provided with scholarships in order to stay here in the United States.
We'll have that and more.
Oh my God.
Good Morning Maine continues.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ present the latest in photo booth technology, the Magic Mirror Air Booth. We offer unlimited prints of beautiful 4x6 full-color photos and unlimited photos sent directly to your phone. The new Magic Mirror Air Booth is available for proms, weddings, birthdays, class reunions, and corporate events with one of the largest selection of props available. You can book the Magic Mirror Air Booth and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deal. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ.
Take your taste buds on a journey and experience the brand new international menu Tuesday through Thursday only at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub. Every Tuesday, enjoy their delicious French cuisine. On Wednesdays, enjoy their memorable Italian delicacies. And every Thursday, be ready for a fiesta with their Mexican favorites. A full 5-course dinner for just $29.95 per person. And don't forget about their all-you-can-eat seafood Fridays. The Lucerne Inn. Beautiful dining with a delicious view.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Well, 4 Ukrainian teenagers fled to the United States in search of a better opportunity. Our Matthew Juronsik talked to the students about their journey.
Denis Romishin was born and raised in Ukraine. He was living in Kyiv when Russia invaded his home country on February 24th, 2022.
A week before the war, I had a feeling that something was off, and I had the same feeling a week before war started when I was 8 years old. And the night before the war, couldn't sleep until like 4 in the morning. 2 hours passed and it started blowing up.
Romishin was one of 4 Ukrainian teenagers who sought asylum in Bangor, leaving their lives behind for a better opportunity. The others were Alexander Shevchenko, Alexander Smetana, and Masha Gidlianova. Their lives were changed forever when John Baptist head of school David Armistead volunteered to house them at the school last year.
This was a thing we could do to help 4 students in a time of great crisis in their countries.
Each student was awarded a scholarship to continue their education at John Baptist, and the Ukrainians are taking advantage of this opportunity.
I'm just grateful for the support and help. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to study in America and just get the normal education.
Each teenager shared their aspirations upon graduating. Shevchenko plans to get a degree in psychology. Romishin said he wants to play football at the college level. The teenagers thank Armistead for making these visions possible.
That is really my dream come true because I always dreamt about getting into university in US and then finding some job maybe in Ukraine and helping to rebuild the Ukraine after the war.
I'm touched with all the support that John Baptist gave me.
In Bangor, Matthew Juronsik reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Now to the latest on those storms slamming both the east and the west coast. California's governor has expanded the state of emergency as they brace for more flooding, possible mudslides, and feet of additional snow from another atmospheric river. But across the country, extreme weather has delayed travel and left hundreds of thousands of people without power. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the latest.
This morning, people in Southern California staring down another atmospheric river. Heavy rain, strong winds, and more snow. Nearly 300,000 power outages reported overnight. In Northern California, a massive redwood tree fell onto this Bay Area elementary school. A girl inside suffering a head injury.
I did check in with the teacher, and she happened to be in the classroom at the time, so was able to support students, and then just checking in with her after, too, and she's doing okay.
In downtown San Francisco, wind gusts nearing 90 miles per hour, apparently shattering windows. Firefighters forced to close the streets 40 stories down below.
This is something that is unusual, but we're also experiencing highly unusual weather.
In Southern California, a rare high-risk alert for flash flooding. Some mountain towns could see 3 more feet of snow in the coming days. The snowpack in parts of the state already nearly 300% above normal. The danger of heavy snow also on display in Minnesota, where the roof of this mall in Duluth collapsed. Meanwhile, in the Northeast,
look at that, completely over the interstate.
The first nor'easter of the season dumped nearly 3 feet of snow in parts of upstate New York and interior New England.
Really heavy snow, heavier than usual. Moving it feels like, it's a workout.
Just a messy condition in so many areas. We're pretty lucky around here. We didn't get quite as much. And
yep.
At least we don't have to deal with all the flooding and things like that.
Absolutely. The roads kind of did look like that this morning, though, I noticed. But the plows are busy. When we were coming in, people were busy.
Yeah, you'll want to take it easy this morning as you head out. The roads are getting cleaned up right now, but it is still icy in some areas.
Yep, absolutely. Let's take a look at that live shot just to check in how it's doing on the coast.
Well, the sun's coming up.
Yeah. It's snowing over there, but we're not getting any in Bangor. It's quite clear.
Yeah, look at that. There are
so
several
pretty.
Sections of the coast where it's coming down, but nice quiet
So
scene
pretty.
in Rockport this morning.
Oh, I want to be on the water. All right, well, let's check in with Devin Biggs. He has the full forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate, servicing the area for over 70 years. Experience matters. All right, let's get things rolling after this morning. We do have gale warnings that are posted until about 8 a.m. as we head towards your Thursday, because the ocean will still remain active with that nor'easter still right nearby, pretty much moving right over us now. And winter weather advisory is posted until about 2 p.m. as we head towards later this afternoon for the northwestern parts of the state. But man, look at the wave heights at around 10 to 16 feet, according to some of the buoys out there. This shade right here indicating some higher surf, so the ocean rather active out there this morning with that nor'easter not too far away. But we have had some snow on land too with this system, ranging from about 3 to 6 inches according to some of the reports that we have received. So nothing too ridiculous though, and anything that we do add will be rather minimal moving forward. So most of the accumulating snow is just about done, but with this nor'easter still right nearby, we're still dealing with a little bit of snow out there this morning. We'll keep that going this afternoon, and by tonight this will start to back off. Here's a bigger picture here. This is a pretty decent system. Look how healthy it is with the center of low pressure right here that's slowly starting to track off towards the east. So once we get towards tonight and the parts of tomorrow, the system will be done. We'll have one dry day before chances for rain and snow start to move in. But with that low pressure, there's high pressure right here. That's our dry day only. That'll be coming up for the daytime tomorrow before more active weather, even off toward the west, will start to track off towards the east. So the pattern continues to remain active. Futurecast moving forward for today. Chances for snow showers today and gusty winds yet again. By tonight, we'll still have the wind, but things will start to calm down in the precipitation department, and the clouds even break out by Thursday morning. So we'll see sunshine to start things off for your Thursday. Maybe a few more passing clouds as we head towards the afternoon period, but a few breaks in those clouds as we head towards Thursday night. They'll have to watch for more precipitation later on as we head towards Friday and Saturday. So as for any additional snowfall accumulations, nothing too ridiculous, maybe a little bit more in Washington County and further off towards the north before we're all finished up, but everywhere else, not much of anything before this system starts to move out of here. Your forecast for today, mid-30s snow showers and blowing snow, the north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. By tonight, 26 degrees snow showers early, then becoming partly cloudy, the north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, mid-40s, that'll be nice, right? Partly cloudy, northwest wind backing off just a bit to about 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate. More rain and snow showers possible by Friday, which is St. Patrick's Day. Highs in the lower 40s. That'll mainly be an afternoon threat. More rain and snow showers Saturday. Highs in the mid-40s. Mid-30s on Sunday with a partly cloudy sky.
Okay, it's time for you to get better sleep. Admit it, you need it. And that's why this week, GMA's out to help you sleep better with the surprising things you can do to help. Like, do trendy CBD gummies actually work? We got the sleep tips you need right here. GMA this week.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
When Dover Audiology wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Come to Dover Audiology and find out where people from Kittery to Eastport go to get their hearing aids. Knowledgeable, friendly, and reasonable, Dover Audiology is your best place for hearing solutions.
Pepper's Landing is the definition of authentic Maine dining. Named in honor of our grandfather, the primary focus at Pepper's Landing is offering a variety of fresh, locally harvested seafood to all. We take pride in our quality and selection, but it doesn't end with just seafood. We also offer delicious selections of burgers, pasta, steaks, and more. So stop in to any of our locations and see what Pepper's Landing is all about.
If you're a woman between the ages of 50 and 74, talk to your provider about being screened for breast cancer.
At age 37, I was scared and confused when my doctors found a lump in my breast. I hadn't even had a mammogram yet.
Ask your doctor about breast cancer screening at your next visit.
I'm doing great now, but I tell my friends getting screened is important to you and the ones you love.
Watch for changes in your breasts and learn more about breast cancer screening at screenmaine.org.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. It's what the CDC is calling a survey about teenage girls' mental health. It's showing they're experiencing, quote, record high levels of violence, sadness, and suicide risk. Now, 2 girls who suffered themselves are trying to help others. Fox News correspondent Jillian Turner is in Washington, D.C. with the story.
18% of teen girls in America have experienced sexual violence, including being forced to have sex, according to the CDC.
They're pretty much a dinner menu for predators.
One major driver, according to Special Agent in charge of investigations for Homeland Security, Derek Gordon, teen girls, just like everyone else, are living more of their lives online.
It's easy pickings, if you will, for the pedophile. He could just look at a significant amount of potential victims and hone down the one he wants.
94% of all women who are raped experience PTSD as a consequence, and 33% actually contemplate suicide. Girls who are sexually abused are also more likely to drop out of school or fail, abuse drugs and alcohol, and suffer anxiety, depression, and eating disorders.
Sexual exploitation or abuse can be incredibly traumatic. And in my experience, many young people don't always want to disclose that these are happening.
Why don't teen girls want to talk about sexual trauma? Listen to 17-year-old Ingrid Boshoff.
We live in a world that just blames the victims for what is done to them because of everything they could have done. And your mind is just filled with all the things you shouldn't have done.
Justice Department statistics also show teen girls 16 to 19 years old are 4 times likelier than anyone else to be sexually abused. Officials now say it's crucial to reframe how Americans think about this crisis.
People will often say, so what's going on with girls? And I think it's important to take a step back and say, well, when we're looking at who's perpetrating violence, often it's boys. So we need to be looking at boys and girls and looking at how we can engage boys in bystander interventions and being allies.
Government officials tell us sexual exploitation of teen girls is also on the rise. So much so, they've coined a term for predators who obtain sexual images of teens and demand payments to keep it secret. They call it sextortion. In Washington, Jillian Turner, Fox News.
The Justice Department and Security Exchange Commission are probing the failure of Silicon Valley Bank. Investigators want to know whether
with the situation.
any
Probes are in the preliminary stages and
whether any high-ranking bank employees knew the collapse was coming and if anyone took advantage of that. The probes are in preliminary stages, and it's not clear whether any wrongdoing has been committed. Officials say 2 top Silicon Valley executives sold shares in the company shortly before the collapse, but whether they knew it was coming is unclear. Some lawmakers say any executive bonuses and stock sales should be taken back from CEOs and high-level bankers.
A Russian fighter jet hit a U.S. drone over the Black Sea, forcing it down. The incident appears to mark the first time since the Cold War a U.S. aircraft was brought down after an encounter with a Russian warplane. The collision exacerbating to the United States rising tensions with Russia amid the ongoing war in Ukraine. Fox News correspondent Madeline Rivera reports from Washington.
Lawmakers in the nation's capital are condemning Russia after one of its fighter jets collided with an unmanned U.S. drone over the Black Sea. Defense officials say an MQ-9 drone was conducting routine operations in international airspace when 2 Russian Su-27 jets intercepted it.
In front of this UAV and then getting so close to the aircraft that it actually damaged the propeller on the MQ-9.
The U.S. says it had no choice but to bring the drone down because of the damages. Defense officials are accusing Russian pilots of engaging in a pattern of dangerous actions that may lead to unintended consequences as the war in Ukraine drags on.
We don't want to see this war escalate beyond what it already has done to the Ukrainian people.
The Russian Defense Ministry is pushing back, saying its forces had recorded an American drone heading to the country's borders. Fighter jets were launched to identify the drone, but Russian officials say the MQ-9 lost control and crashed as a result of sharp maneuvering. They add their fighters did not come into contact with the drone.
We obviously refute the Russian denial.
Russia's ambassador to the United States was summoned to the U.S. State Department, which denounced the collision, calling it a brazen violation of international law.
It is up to the Pentagon, to the Biden administration, in this case and in other cases, to reflect that there will be consequences to aggressive behavior. And so, that's the part that remains to be seen here.
The U.S. has not yet recovered the drone.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, we'll check out the SpaceX launch of another cargo ship to the International Space Station.
That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Spectrum presents The Download with Clarissa.
Everyone is talking about Spectrum One. Matt, give us the download.
Clarissa, people are switching because Spectrum is offering seamless connectivity with Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile.
That's the future of connectivity. That's Spectrum One.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-883-4999.
What's unique about Spectrum Internet?
Spectrum Internet has the most consistent download speeds and no data caps.
How secure is the Wi-Fi?
The advanced Wi-Fi comes with enhanced privacy and security features that block online threats.
Why is Spectrum Mobile the fastest growing mobile provider?
Spectrum Mobile is super reliable and it includes 5G nationwide.
Plus unlimited calls, texts, and
data.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-883-4999.
Call now or visit a Spectrum store today.
Pat's Pizza in Holden is not just a restaurant that serves delicious food and pizza. They also have an adjacent party and event room. Consider having your birthday or office party at Pat's Pizza. They have indoor golf, a pro shop, and a beautiful 9-hole golf course. Pat's Pizza, Holden.
I got hurt in a car accident and I've got some questions. Could I be entitled to money for pain and suffering? Can a lawyer start working on my case with no upfront cost? Shouldn't I just trust the insurance company to pay me what's fair?
I answer car accident questions like these every day. Call the Twos and let's talk about your case.
I called the Twos, and Lowry and Associates got me $260,000.
Call the Twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
All the nonsense.
I'm right. You may be right, but you're not smart.
Meets no nonsense.
I'm not here to argue. I'm here to rule.
Judge Judy.
I always have the last word.
Weekdays at 5 on ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Wednesday, March 15th, 2023. It is also World Consumer Rights Day. It's a global event that aims to raise awareness about consumer rights and needs. Consumer rights mean that every person who buys various products, goods, and services has the right to have information on the quality, purity, and price, along with the standard of those products. A day to make others aware that the right to demand protection and stay safe from fraudulent activities in the marketplace.
Reminds me of the ballot question wording from earlier, the right to repair.
Exactly.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And you have the right to request that information anytime you want, even if they say you can't have it.
Absolutely. So. Yeah, it's a good thing we have something called the internet to help us
yeah,
out with
right.
that. All right, well, on this day in history, in 44 BC, whoa, we
going way back today.
Way back. Roman dictator Julius Caesar was assassinated by a group of nobles. And quite a few years later, in 1820, the math, I don't know, BC and...
I don't know.
Okay,
I get confused on that.
40,
if you add in the Roman numerals,
right,
I'm lost.
Probably almost 2000. Okay.
Yeah.
In 1820, Maine was admitted as the 23rd state of the Union. And in 1965, President Lyndon B. Johnson called for a new legislation to guarantee every American's right to vote. The result was the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Really important to remember that because a lot of people could not vote until then.
Wasn't that long ago, really.
Absolutely, absolutely. In 1972, The Godfather, starring Marlon Brando and Al Pacino. You
got it right.
I know him.
Yeah.
Debuted in New York.
All right. Today's birthdays include Mike Love from the Beach Boys. He is 81. Rocker Dee Snider from Twisted Sister is 67. Actress Eva Longoria is 47. And singer will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas is 47 years old.
I love will.i.am.
I do too.
Yeah,
good stuff.
The Black Eyed Peas is like, if you're in a bad mood, I think the Black Eyed Peas is a good way to get you out of it.
I got a feeling.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's all I'll do for you. I think it must be the sugar from the donuts. There's a reason I don't sing in public, and here I am singing on TV. But, yeah.
We'll have to do karaoke someday.
Oh, gosh.
I love karaoke.
Yeah. I like to watch it, but yeah.
You're
I
just
don't
a karaoke
participate.
ally?
I'll sit in the back and go, yeah, that was good. But I won't do it myself.
Well, I'll do it, and I'll peer pressure you.
There you go. Okay.
Well, Devin Biggs would probably do it with us, too.
I bet you Devin is a mean karaoke guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just have a feeling.
Yeah. I got a feeling. Okay. Well, let's check in with him before we move on.
Okay.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate, servicing the area for over 70 years. Experience matters. All right, let's get things rolling out there this morning, and we're watching out for some winter weather alerts that are still in effect in a few spots. Before we get to that, though, we've had a few reports that come in, too, of some snowfall totals, ranging from around 3 to even up to 6 inches in a few spots. And we'll still have a few more snow showers before we're all finished up. Any additional accumulations look to be rather minimal at best, so most of the accumulating snow is just about done. So here are those advisories here. We do have gale warnings that are posted through Thursday morning at around 8 a.m., so they pulled the storm warnings. Winter weather advisories in the northwestern parts of the state running till about 2 o'clock later this afternoon. The rest of the advisories have since expired. But here's our nor'easter right here. So we're dealing with wind out there. We're dealing with a little bit of snow, maybe some rain over the ocean. We'll keep this going today, but by tonight, this will start to back off a bit, so it will mean things will start to improve. Look at this swirl right here. Quite an impressive system here. It's starting to move off toward the east, so by later on tonight and the parts of tomorrow, this will be gone, and things will begin to calm down. Futurecast showing those snow showers still possible today, but by tonight, that will get out of here, and even the clouds will break up in a few spots from time to time. Your hourly forecast moving forward for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. Still some wind to deal with, though, maybe up to 20 miles per hour sustained, maybe a few higher gusts. Otherwise, intermittent snow showers, temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma?
All right, thank you, Devin. Well, NASA and SpaceX successfully launched another cargo mission to the International Space Station. A Falcon 9 rocket with a robotic Dragon capsule on top shot up to the orbiting lab Tuesday from NASA's Kennedy Space Station in Florida. It carried nearly 63,000 pounds of cargo inside, including spacewalk equipment, vehicle hardware, and some 60 new scientific experiments. The capsule also hauled up a special camera stick built by Houston area high school students, which could make it easier to film in space.
Cool.
Food was also on board, including some rare items like fresh fruit and cheeses. This is SpaceX's 27th resupply mission to the ISS. I wonder if they ever make unique requests, like pick me up a Pizza Hut pizza or something like that.
Yeah.
Bring it along.
Fresh fruits and cheeses would probably be my request
right.
as well.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I forget it's hard to keep cheese in space.
Right. Yeah. Talk about a long-range DoorDash too.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
bring me some McDonald's.
Fee. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't like. Oh.
That'd be nasty.
The fries, yeah.
Yeah.
We're hungry. Okay, well, still to come here on the morning show, Tyler Cruz will have the latest with sports.
Don't go away.
What can your John Deere compact tractor do? Attachments for any job. financing that's as easy as...
Like getting a library card.
Affordable.
You're going to get this bigger tractor, and it's going to be less money.
Dependable.
Through the rain, through the snow, I'll work through it all.
Comfortable.
And I haven't any idea how we survive without it.
Experience United and build a tractor package customized for you.
Every year, tens of thousands of older Mainers are abused or taken advantage of, usually by a trusted family member. Don't sign away your home. Even if promised, you can still live there. Don't hand over your checkbook or credit card. Don't sign legal papers like a loan document or power of attorney without talking to a lawyer first. Protect yourself, your assets, your independence. Free, confidential legal advice is just a phone call away. Call Legal Services for the Elderly.
For a better center to serve you, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. For a bigger selection of trusted brands, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. And to better service your ride, no matter the size, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. Master mechanics, free shuttle service, and the fair deals you deserve. Take Littlefield Avenue to Bangor Tire, beside Dysart's in Herman. BangorTire.com.
We're more than just a tire store.
You know, I love me some good GMA in the morning. Robin, George, Michael, and GMA. Now that's how you start your day.
Good morning, America.
Yep, bring your friends.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start on the hardwood. This past weekend, two stars of the Nokomis basketball community made their way back to Maine. 1 year after winning the first boys gold ball in Nokomis hoops history, Cooper and Ace Flag returned home for the weekend to celebrate the banner raising of their team and other Warriors state title teams. After taking the Maine basketball world by storm their freshman year and tearing it up with Maine United on the AAU and Nike EYBL circuit, the Flags took their talents to Montverde Academy in Florida, and they say playing with and against some of the best high school talent in the country has been huge.
Yeah, it's just been like a whole nother level of competition and being able to play with the best players like there is in high school right now. So just getting so much better and just competing every day down there is great.
It's like the level of people, or at least like just that we're practicing against and playing against every day. And it's like just those type of people that you're playing against every day and going to high level D1 colleges like Duke, Oregon, and Kansas, just things like that that's just pushing us every day.
Now, the Flags have been supported through and through by the state of Maine and the community in Newport. We saw that last summer during Cooper's Gold Medal Parade and last winter with the community following the team on their state championship run. And the boys were quick to thank those in their circle after seeing that same support despite being gone for almost a year.
I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's ever supported me and just everyone that's ever cheered me on or just pretty much just been there for me. So I know there's so many special people in my life that I know that have just been looking over me and looking out for me. So I just think just to give a good shout out to them.
All right, we'll catch up with them on the AAU circuit when the weather gets warmer. Let's stay with some high school sports now. Despite the nor'easter this week, we are only months away from summer, and that means the Maine Lobster Bowl preparations are underway. Let's take a look at the East roster. The game is going to be played Saturday, July 16th at Don Roof Field in Lewiston. Gates open at 1, kickoff is at 4. For the roster, Skowhegan's Quincy McRae, Kyle LePage, and Hunter McEwen made the team, as well as Foxcroft's Caden Crocker and DJ Scheel. Madden White and Grady Hartsgrove from Nokomis are on the roster, as well as Herman's Gary Glidden and Jacob Dow. Bangor's Austin Lorenzo made it. Lawrence's Parker Higgins and Wenslow's Jared Newgard are on the team. For Brewer, Cam Hughes is representing the Witches. Jordan Kraft representing the Coyotes out of Old Town. Caden Brown with Orono. Evan Trajano with Bucksport. For Messalonsky, Bryce Cowell will be suiting up for the East. Bryce Connor for Dexter. Isaac Hayner for Mattinock Academy. Jack Sullivan for Ellsworth. Braden Fitz for MCI. Nolan Mitchell for John Bapst. And Aiden Sanders for Stearns. All right, let's head over to Husson now. It was another career year for junior Bailey Donovan. This week, she was named to the D3Hoops.com All-Region teams. Donovan was named second team All-Region, capping off an impressive list of postseason awards, including her second consecutive Conference Player of the Year, Conference Defensive Player of the Year, first team All-Conference. I could go on and on. She finished averaging 15.2 points per game, 13.5 rebounds. She was 12th in the nation with 65 blocks and top 10 in the nation with 17 double-doubles. And the All-Region selection qualifies her to be named an All-American, but those teams will be announced later this month. All right, let's go back to some football now. Day 2 of legal tampering period in the NFL, and a little more noise out of Foxborough on Tuesday. Let's start with the big news. Jakobi Meyers is gone. The Raiders offered him 3 years for $33 million, and that reportedly was more than New England wanted to pay to keep him around. Meyers statistically has been the Pats' best pass catcher over the last few years. Since making the roster as an undrafted free agent in 2019, Meyers has 235 catches for almost 3,000 yards and 8 scores, the most career yards and receptions for an undrafted free agent in Pats history. He now joins Josh McDaniels and Jimmy Garoppolo in Vegas. New England also signed Broncos offensive lineman Calvin Anderson on Tuesday to a 2-year deal that adds some depth on the offensive line there. All right, going back to the hardwood now, it seems like a few weeks ago we were talking about how the Celtics were an absolute wagon. They were the hottest team in the league and the best team in the league heading into the All-Star break in February. But oh, how those tables have turned. They have now lost 5 of their last 8 games, including one they really should have had on Monday in Houston. They now sit at second place in the East, 2.5 games back from Milwaukee. And with just 13 games left on the regular season schedule, it's really not the best time to try and refigure everything out. Head coach Joe Mazzulla says some of the struggles are concerning, and Jaylen Brown says he wants to get back to the little details.
Yeah, those are concerning, the margins, the free throws, the rebounding, the turnovers, the second chance. So those, regardless of who you play, that's playoff basketball at its finest, is the ability to win those situations. So it's concerning that we're inconsistent in that.
The little stuff goes a long way, picking each other guys up when they fall. When you come out of the game, dapping everybody up, making sure you get everybody's hand, cheering for your teammates, just bringing energy, having fun with the game. That's, I think, is one thing that I want to continue to build.
Sounds like they have a lot to figure out. I'm confident they will, though. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA Insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Well, welcome back, everyone. The big story this morning, once again, is the after effects of the storm that rolled through the area. Actually, some people are still seeing the effects of the storm. It's snowing in some areas, so you'll want to take it easy today.
Here's Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate, servicing the area for over 70 years. Experience matters. All right, let's get things rolling out there this morning. We do have gale warnings that are posted until about 8 a.m. as we head towards your Thursday, because the ocean will still remain active with that nor'easter still right nearby, pretty much moving right over us now. And winter weather advisory is posted until about 2 p.m. as we head towards later this afternoon for the northwestern parts of the state. But man, look at the wave heights at around 10 to 16 feet, according to some of the buoys out there. This shade right here indicating some higher surf, so the ocean rather active out there this morning with that nor'easter not too far away. But we have had some snow on land too with this system ranging from about 3 to 6 inches according to some of the reports that we have received. So nothing too ridiculous, though, and anything that we do add will be rather minimal moving forward. So most of the accumulating snow is just about done, but with this nor'easter still right nearby, we're still dealing with a little bit of snow out there this morning. We'll keep that going this afternoon, and by tonight this will start to back off. Here's a bigger picture here. This is a pretty decent system. Look how healthy it is with a center of low pressure right here that has slowly started to track off towards the east. So once we get towards tonight and the parts of tomorrow, the system will be done. We'll have one dry day before chances for rain and snow start to move in. But with that low pressure, there's high pressure right here. That's our dry day only. That'll be coming up for the daytime tomorrow before more active weather, even off toward the west, will start to track off towards the east. So the pattern continues to remain active. Futurecast moving forward for today. Chances for snow showers today and gusty winds yet again. By tonight, we'll still have the wind, but things will start to calm down in the precipitation department, and the clouds even break out by Thursday morning. So we'll see sunshine to start things off for your Thursday. Maybe a few more passing clouds as we head towards the afternoon period, but a few breaks in those clouds as we head towards Thursday night. They'll have to watch for more precipitation later on as we head towards Friday and Saturday. So as for any additional snowfall accumulations, nothing too ridiculous, maybe a little bit more in Washington County and further off towards the north before we're all finished up. But everywhere else, not much of anything before this system starts to move out of here. Your forecast for today, mid-30s snow showers and blowing snow. The north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. By tonight, 26 degrees snow showers early, then becoming partly cloudy. The north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, mid-40s. That'll be nice, right? Partly cloudy. Northwest wind backing off just a bit to about 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Century 21 Queen City Real Estate. More rain and snow showers possible by Friday, which is St. Patrick's Day. Highs in the lower 40s. That'll mainly be an afternoon threat. More rain and snow showers Saturday. Highs in the mid-40s. Mid-30s on Sunday with a partly cloudy sky.
Luna Family Auto Sales is a locally owned business run by a husband and wife team.
Here at Luna Family Auto Sales, we combine our passion for cars with providing service to the community and local economy. Featuring no dark or hidden fees at all, we offer financing for all credit types and service everything we sell.
Check out our website at lunafamilyautosales.com.
Or come in and say hi. We'd love to meet you and introduce ourselves. Luna Family Auto Sales, 649 Stillwater Ave, Old Town.
Markdown Madness has started at the Furniture Gallery, and we're in the game to save you money. Introducing our starting lineup. 10% off all in-stock recliners for the best seat in the house. 10% off all adjustable bases to upgrade your sleep and be game day ready. And up to 70% off all clearance items. The Furniture Gallery brings you better brand names plus a bigger in-stock selection, all at the lowest prices around. Hurry in to catch all the action. Find your best value at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
Hey, Maine. How are you? Yes, you. How are you really? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves. But to Northern Light Health, how you are means a lot. So we're out here asking and encouraging you to ask the people in your life, starting with yourself. So ask away. Then connect with us at northernlighthealth.org/howareyou.
Today, my friend, you did it! You did it! You
Good
did
news! A new clinical study showed that Centrum Silver supports cognitive health in older adults. It's one more step towards taking charge of your health. So every day, you can say, it's Centrum Silver.
We should throw a big fun festival. I just want to.
Abbott on Abbott on Abbott. That booty big, so I'ma grab it.
Never have I ever been so happy to hear such explicit content.
Abbott on Abbott on Abbott. That booty big, so I'ma grab it.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota LO1 series is rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a dependable Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota LO1